7 powerful principles that will guarantee your success and wealth. Let me be brutally honest with you. You will never become truly rich and successful in life unless you deeply understand and apply these 7 life-changing principles. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll be thanking us. Why? Because today you're about to discover the timeless wisdom from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, one of the most powerful, valuable, and life-transforming books in the history of self-help. Though it was written almost a century ago, its teachings are still just as relevant, just as revolutionary, and just as capable of changing your life today. This single book has changed the lives of millions across generations, including ours. In fact, our personal journey towards self-improvement, financial freedom, and dream fulfillment began with this very book. Let me share the origin story. Napoleon Hill was a journalist for a business magazine when he was offered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to interview one of the richest men of his era, Andrew Carnegie. During the interview, Carnegie didn't just talk about wealth. He shared a blueprint for building a rich mindset through timeless principles that work for anyone, anytime, anywhere. Carnegie believed that success could be broken down into universal steps, and Hill took this as his life mission. Over the next 20 years, he'll interview more than 500 of the most successful people in the world, business tycoons, inventors, entertainers, and leaders, and found that they all had these same principles in common. We applied these 7 principles to our own lives, and honestly, it changed everything. It shifted the way we think, the way we act, and ultimately the way we live. These teachings are the reason we're living our dream life today. Now it's your turn. Here are the 7 unbreakable principles that will turn your dreams into reality. 1. Cultivate a burning desire. The journey to riches doesn't begin with money. It begins with a burning desire. This is not a casual wish like, I hope this happens someday. It's a fire in your soul that keeps you up at night, consumes your thoughts, and forces you to take action. Take Henry Ford, for example. He had an unshakable desire to build an 8-cylinder engine, something that engineers at the time said was impossible. Despite everyone's doubts and repeated failures over months and years, Ford didn't give up. His burning desire refused to accept defeat, and eventually that impossible engine became a reality. That's the kind of desire you need, relentless, passionate, and unstoppable. Action step. Make a list of everything you want in life, your goals, dreams, and ambitions. Then ask yourself, which of these makes my heart race? Which one keeps me up at night? That's your burning desire. Set a definite purpose. Once your burning desire is clear, channel it into a definite purpose, a crystal clear goal that becomes the central mission of your life. Look at Edwin C. Barnes. He had no money, no contacts, and no formal skills, but he had a burning desire to become Thomas Edison's business partner. Not his employee, his partner. With nothing but ambition, he boarded a freight train to meet Edison himself and asked for a job. Barnes got a low-level position, but he never lost sight of his real purpose. Years later, when Edison's new invention, the dictating machine, failed to attract interest from salesmen, Barnes seized the opportunity. He successfully sold the product nationwide, and Edison made him a partner. That's the power of having a definite purpose. It keeps you focused and persistent, even when progress is slow. Master persistence. Persistence separates winners from quitters. Consider the story of Rude Darby's uncle, who bought land to mine gold. After digging and finding a small trace of gold, he invested in expensive machinery. But after a few days of no results, he gave up and sold the land to a junk dealer. That buyer hired an engineer, dug just 3 feet deeper, and struck one of the biggest gold mines in the region. Darby learned a vital lesson: never quit 3 feet from gold. In his later career as a top insurance salesman, Darby faced rejection daily, but he persisted because he knew every no brought him one step closer to a yes. Conquer the fear of criticism. One of the biggest obstacles to success isn't failure, it's fear of what people will say. Napoleon Hill identifies 6 basic fears that stop people from becoming wealthy, and the fear of criticism is one of the strongest. It paralyzes people. It makes them abandon their dreams before they even begin. Think of how many inventions or ideas were laughed at in their early stages. Even radio inventor Guglielmo Marconi was thought to be insane and sent to a psychiatric hospital by friends. Arnold Schwarzenegger was told his accent, physique, and acting were all wrong. Yet he became a global superstar. Your purpose is yours alone. Don't expect others to believe in it. Believe in yourself and ignore the noise. Follow the 6 daily steps. Wishing alone will never make you rich. You need a step-by-step action plan powered by obsession, faith, and persistence. Hill gives us 6 clear steps to convert desire into wealth. 1. Decide the exact amount of money you want. 2. Determine what you'll give in return: your effort, skills, sacrifices. 3. Set a definite date to achieve your goal. 4. Create a clear plan and start immediately, ready or not. 5. Write a concise statement including the above. 6. Read your statement aloud twice a day, once in the morning, once before bed, while imagining and believing that you've already achieved it. This daily ritual feeds your subconscious mind, keeping you focused and aligned with your purpose. Practice autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the art of influencing your subconscious mind by repeating your goals with emotion and belief. Hill explains that your subconscious responds only to thoughts charged with emotion. When you read your definite purpose aloud, you must feel it. You must visualize success. Your belief must be unshakable. What you say to yourself consistently, you eventually become. That's the power of autosuggestion. Reject excuses and stay positive. Unsuccessful people always have excuses. If only I were younger. If only I had more education. If I wasn't married. If I were born rich. It doesn't matter whether these reasons are real or not. What matters is that they hold people back. Successful people